Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Melina Landrio. Thanks for sharing space with me today. I'm coming forward with a channeled message that I received today, as well as some number sequences that keep coming up prominently in the reads. In particular, 151 came to my awareness yesterday. And what I understood from this, when I look at the mirroring imagery of it, it would be 121. 151 being there's some form of momentum moving forward. There's some sort of trajectory that's continuous to victory. Like you have worked hard to gain some form of structure, foundation, understanding, development in your life. And you are reaping or starting to reap the benefits of it, or you're starting to see where this structure is leading. This is something that you've dove in deep to work hard towards. It's not something that came overnight. And the mirroring image is while you're propelling forward. And I almost feel like this is like finally, like this is well overdue. Somebody else is in the mirroring energy of it, and they're trying to rewind time. They're trying to pull you back. They're trying to disconnect this momentum forward in some way, shape, or form. Now, this is the third time I've tried to do this video today. So something to do with the number 3 is significant. So this could be a group of 3 working up against you, some form of a sequence, 3 steps in, 3 steps towards, 3 more steps towards trying to pull you back, something, maybe 3 people coming in from 3 different directions, something to do with 3. I also channeled origami, the folding, intricate folding of paper to create animals or shapes. And in particular, I believe what I was showed was, I think it's a seahorse. I can't think of, anyways, I saw a creature that made me think of the sea. So the sea could be significant in this particular reading. Now, I also was showed a Trojan horse, like a chess piece, like those little horse heads that you see, the wooden horse heads you see in a game of chess. And I believe, if my memory serves correctly, they're utilized as some form of a tactic to deter somebody out of the alignment so that you could propel your position into the protected spot. So there's something significant about that. Somebody utilizing manipulation, some form of tactic, coming in to try to sway you, or let an opposing, the opposition in to deter you in some way, shape, or form, or to take from you whatever this momentum is that you've come into embodiment. Now, this Trojan horse was illuminated in this blue color, almost like a royal blue, or a deep blue. And it made me think of the northern lights. So this could be significant. It was like I was in a body of water, and it was dark, and it was like cold and dark, and it was like nighttime. Everything had a depth to it. The water had a depth to it. The darkness had a depth to it. And there was this slithering fish in the water, large fish. It was a shark. and it was slithering in such a way. It was very methodical and cunning. It had a plan to attack me. And so this is significant. Somebody is coming forward with some form of tactic, trying to distort, manipulate, take you down in some way, shape, or form. Now, I also had a dream a few days ago, and I'm being guided to share this. It's apparently significant to the read. Now, this dream started with a man who was wearing this light blue or sky blue colored, I want to call it a Mexican sweater. Now, I'm not sure if that's accurate, so my apologies if that's not the correct term. But the reason why I'm calling it that is because I once went to California and I found these blankets on the beach for sale from vendors who told me they're called Mexican blankets. And I purchased one. And the material, it's like this dense wool. It's not soft, but it's not too rough. And there's some interesting patterns or designs woven into this wool, this blanket. So this is significant. California could be significant in regards to this message. Now, these Mexican sweaters that I'm seeing this man wear, the sky blue sweater, they were also very popular, I believe, in the 80s, maybe the 90s. Maybe it's the 90s. And they had a hood, and they had this little pouch at the front for you to put your hands in. They had long arms. I remember a lot of people were wearing them, so they were popular. I believe it was the 90s, maybe early 90s. Anyways, this sweater is significant. California could be significant. Also, maybe Mexico is significant because their spirit's telling me to enhance that, knowing a Mexican sweater. So anyways, this man is wearing this light blue hooded sweater, and it's got this greenish brown stripe in a pattern throughout the sweater. I think it was just like maybe one or two. I definitely saw one. And this particular brownish green stripe had this smaller, like a thinner yellow orange stripe encasing it. And this man appeared to me to be thin, maybe close to 50, or 50-ish in age. He had this reddish colored hair. It was not coppery red, but like a reddish brown, but more red than brown. And there's something significant about a lockdown or students being sent somewhere in regards to this particular dream that I had. Now, I woke up at 6:40 in the morning, so this could be significant in regards to this. And I just recounted the dream, which is what I tend to do when I channel. I just record it and then I write it out when I get a moment. So in the dream, pardon me, it began with an announcement. So this might be a school. Well, it's definitely a school, but it might be like a high school. I felt like it was a high school. Could be middle school. I feel like it was a high school though. And the announcement that was made in my dream was, students, if you can leave the school now if you can. And I was in one of the portables for some reason. And this portal was located out in the field. There was a bunch of portables. I think there was at least 4 that I could see that I had an awareness of. There could have been more, but I was showed about 4. And I was in the back left one. And I was facing the school, I was the back left. And I heard the announcement and I was like, what's going on? Like, what's happening? And the man that I just described was coming. There was an awareness that he was coming. So there was some form of understanding that someone was coming in before the school to send people home, like in the regard that they did. Anywho, I was noticing the door open and we saw kids coming out of the school. And there's a particular boy that stood out. He had dark brown hair. It was not bone straight, but it was somewhat straight. It was short on the sides, longer on top. He was a bigger framed kid. He wasn't obese, he was just a big boy. He had brown eyes and he had olive skin and a button nose. And he was the only one that stood out of all the people he was walking with. And he was with a few friends, like maybe 4 or 5. And they were walking, but he's the one who stood out for whatever reason. So this could be significant for whoever this is resonating with. And so as these kids were walking out, I knew the guy was coming. So there's definitely some sort of warning that happened, that the school was able to give a warning. So they knew that some guy was coming, right? I don't know what this guy has to do with anything, but this guy was coming. So I went out of the portable. There was like this panic energy, this fear energy in the air. I ran out of the portable to the left of the perimeter. And I had this understanding or this intuit that the guy was going to be coming from the other side, the interior of the portables. And I walked towards these kids and to get them to come, right? But they were not taking my warning seriously. They were maybe hanging out on like maybe some picnic tables or benches or something. But then I saw this guy coming and I ushered the kids, quick, come. And they came. So I was successful. They came to the portable. And just in time, because as I shut the door, this guy came over to my portable to look at the number of the portable. Like he looked up at the doorway. There must have been a number or something there for him to understand. There was some sort of significance to him looking at the door frame. And then he realized that he was looking at the wrong one. So then he went to the next one, the one to the right of me. So I was in the left and there was a portable next to me on the right, and he went to that one. Now this guy was wearing this baby sky blue sweater, like I said, with the brown green stripe. And he had his hands in his pocket as he was walking. And I felt like he was concealing something in his pocket. I thought maybe it's a gun in the dream, because I think that's just where we would go when we see or think something like this. But nothing was seen in the dream. There was just this awareness that something was being concealed, something not good. And now this guy had what appeared to be raggedy, like it looked like he was a few haircuts behind in getting his hair cut. Now he may have had a beard, but that wasn't necessarily showcasing. It just, his hair looked like it needed to be taken care of. And he had this convex shaped nose, like a slight bump to his nose. His, of course, reddish brown hair, and he was very pale. His skin almost felt like there was like some sort of translucency to it. Like maybe he almost looked tired to me, like maybe he hasn't been sleeping in a while, or something was going on where like he appeared more stressed than maybe he should. I also feel like he had moles on his face or maybe some light dusting of freckles, but it wasn't something that you would noticeably see from far away. You'd have to maybe go up closer and you might notice he has a mole or two or some freckles. The name Owen came to my mind, and also like some sort of correlation with the word cook, like maybe he's a cook or somebody's a cook. There's some sort of correlation in regards to that. Now, energetically, the dream felt like it could have something to do with behaviors that are inappropriate regarding like manipulating or tactic control, some sort of dynamic, or contorting or controlling certain types of behaviors. There's something in regards to that that's very significant in the energy of this dream, and also in the energy of even the channel that I received, and just the mirroring energies that keep coming up. Some sort of service is involved or taught in regards to inappropriate behavior towards a woman or multiple women. And this is significant. It was 911 on my timer, or at that time I remember seeing 911. So some urgency here. So that was my dream. So then between that dream and today, so a few days in between, today's being the 11th, and I believe I dreamt that dream on the 8th. Spirit made me aware that someone was crawling on my floor. Like there was nobody crawling on my floor, but there was this awareness that somebody was crawling military style on my floor. And they felt very sneakily, and as the awareness of this energy surrounded where I was sitting. And this feeling that I was being pounced upon or pressed down came upon me. So somebody could be trying to manipulate circumstances, manipulating the door to come in, as my door kind of had some form of noise that occurred at the time as well, like spirit brought aware noise, and then contorting their energy around, like really going with the flow of energy to contort and get into all the little crevices of whatever is being hidden. Something is for sure being hidden. Like they're doing this, somebody is utilizing these types of tactics, these types of manipulative tactics to gain some form of information. This could be information on you, from you, about you, information about something that you're cultivating. This momentum forward, something to do with your momentum forward. This is ultimately some form of containment in the process of trying to be achieved in some way, shape, or form. The number 139 on my clock and also 111 on my timer at that moment. Also, I kept seeing 2 + 2 = 4. I saw this number sequence a few times. It kept coming up like at least 3 times I saw it. So again, 3 is significant. So this could be like an address. This could be an amount of people. This could be the amount of something. It's something of equal number to get a result of equal amount. 21188 could also be significant. I went to pick up my phone to record that, and my phone had fallen on my face. So something is hitting someone right in the face with something tangible. Okay, so someone is hitting, maybe you're hitting someone right in the face with something tangible. Maybe somebody is, maybe you're hitting someone in the face with something tangible. There's something that you could touch, that's coming up in people's faces, in your face or somebody's face. And this something is something that communicates, like the phone hit me in my face. The phone is something that you communicate with. So this is something that communicates, and it's something that also documents. There's documentation occurring at this time. Now, I also received other names in this download as well, or in some channels as well. And the name Tony came to my mind, as well as I think it was the name Tim. Both T names, both came into my awareness, and also simultaneously drug dealing came into my awareness, as well as like vehicle repair maintenance. So something to do, and also something to do with womanizing or degrading women. That was really, really significant and prevalent in the energy. So I just want to jump into this read. I am asking Spirit to give us clear and precise understandings and information in regards to what it is that we need to know about this energy, about this warning to leave the school, about this sneaky energy trying to gain some information or to pull the wool over your eyes or to manipulate some sort of energy, is how this all feels. Very sneaky, very conniving energy, and very secretive too. There's a lot of secretiveness to this. So we're going to jump in and just see what comes up. I do hope you guys are all doing well. I hope that your December has been fruitful and lovely and wonderful. I've really enjoyed this month of December so far. We're just going to jump in here and see what comes up in the energy that Spirit wants us to understand or know. And these cards, like the last time I did this reading, they were all, it was like gripping, holding on for dear life. Like, no, we don't want to speak. We don't want to tell you something. Like this, somebody is really hoping that everything flows in their direction to keep their momentum from stopping. And I don't think that's going to happen. I think, sadly for them, their time is up. And it's your time to shine, collective. Whoever is resonating with this message, whoever knows what I'm speaking of when I say you have forward momentum. This is your time. You're moving. Oh, Five of Coins in the reverse as the main energy. Oh, Ten of Swords. Oof. Influencing this. Let's see the goal and the destiny here. Oh, that's too many. Thank you, but too many. Please, just one. King of Coins. Excellent. Okay. So the Five of Coins in the reverse. This is showing me that, and especially with the Ten of Swords, influencing this energy. The Ten of Swords is showcasing pain, affliction, grief. You've been through a lot of discord. And this led you to a choice. And I feel like you're not someone who lets pain knock you down. Like maybe you've been around the block through the blocks of pain. And it's like you've cultivate from what you experience, and you have a choice to continue to have faith, and you have choice to continue to move in to each day, improving, recovering. Like you recovered from this Ten of Swords because you had hope and you had faith, and you overcame a lot. And that's what the Five of Coins is representing. Now the goal here was this King of Coins, who is usually a dark or mysterious individual, someone with a lot of character, somebody who could be viewed as successful, as intelligent, maybe very good, in I want to say they thrive off of the accolades. I'm not sure if that's the right word, but I feel like they're viewed as somebody who has a lot of promise. They come with a lot of valor. They hold a space that a lot of people who are privy to acknowledge, and he gets a lot of acknowledgement because of it. But I also feel there is a danger or corruption here in regards to this, only because of the Ten of Swords being present. The Ten of Swords is indicating to me there's something off with this, and so the goal was to get you out of the way, to cause you a lot of pain and affliction, that you would move out of this person's way. So you are somehow in the way of this person, this King of Coins. Place it how this fits, if this resonates with you. You're somehow in the way of this person here. So let's just see where this is going. Oh. Okay. Something to do with the Lovers. And a Two of Cups union. And we have an onlooker here. And this is in the past energy. This is telling me there's some sort of news coming in. This Wands energy, this Page of Wands or Knave of Wands. This person is also somebody who can be perceived with a darker nature. This is a loyal friend. I feel like this could be a loyal friend to perhaps even this King of Coins. This is somebody that this King of Coins can trust. This is somebody with some sort of inherited ability. There's some sort of riff here. Maybe this Knave of Wands, because they're feeling kind of suspicious. And they are like, this is somebody who's skillful. There's somebody who they have intelligence, but they may be a bit indecisive, perhaps. There's some sort of like indecisiveness, I guess, is the energy that I'm feeling in regards to maybe the interaction with the King of Coins, or even the interaction with this here. Now, the Lovers, I feel, is representing a dynamic of self-love, but it could be a couple as well, because the Two of Cups is there. The Lovers is about attraction, love, compatibility, and harmony, but it could also be the attracting to the points inside of you that were once a depth within you that you maybe didn't want to see. This Ten of Swords could have caused you to have that side of you illuminate, like where you have to look at this depth because there's no way out of whatever this destruction was without doing so. And that's kind of what that card is clarifying for me. It's this balance and union of maybe past into present energy to cultivate towards the future. So if this is resonating with you, like this, you've gone through maybe the dark night of the soul, you've gone through something where you had no choice but to have to dive in deeper and look in deeper in regards to whatever has occurred, whatever was implemented for you, that had occurred. So this is some sort of divine interception, perhaps. Maybe some sort of a contractual agreement that you may have had with somebody. But there's something to do with this messenger here. You can see they have an envelope on their hand and a spider or a bug underneath it. Could be significant. And there's a lot of heat around them. The Two of Cups is indicating some form of a partnership, harmonious match. So maybe this Knave of Wands is this harmonious match coming in. Now, at the beginning of this reading, I was sharing the channel, and I think I forgot to leave. I left out some part that was of importance. Now, when I was seeing the Trojan Horse, it was illuminated in this blue color, like the Northern Lights. And when you think about the Trojan Horse, you could think about Greece. And again, the sea was significant in regards to the origami and the seahorse that I saw at the beginning, as well as the shark that was swimming in the body of water coming towards me. I think I shared that as well. For some reason, I'm feeling like I didn't. But again, I've done this reading 3 times. I feel like I've left out some information. Anyways, in regards to that Trojan horse and the blue and the fact that Greece is significant to that Trojan horse, I feel like the Mediterranean Sea is of significance, and there is an aspect or a part, I guess, towards the east of the Mediterranean Sea. There is this blue, I think I'm saying this correctly, Aegean Sea. And I think that is highly significant because of the name blue in it and the Trojan horse with the blue illumination of the lights. Something to do with that is significant. I'm not sure if I had mentioned that in the beginning, and Spirit just reminded me to bring that in. Back to the read. Yeah, so this Two of Cups is about a partnership, some sort of harmonious match, some sort of soulmate connection. So 2 heads are better than 1. So this is somebody that's either come into your life in the past, and they came in with maybe an ulterior motive, or this is about to happen, but this is the past energy. So we'll take it as its lay. It could also be, sorry, I feel like this could also be the card that goes underneath the Ten of Swords. I'm going to see what comes up next here. What's the recent past of this energy? Four of Swords in the reverse. I feel like this has happened. Like somebody has come in to retrieve some form of information, to gain some sort of connection with you. Maybe this is about to happen again. Take that where it fits. The Four of Swords in the reverse is essentially burnout. This is restlessness. Somebody is in anxiety. They're lacking recovery. They're in isolation even. Some form of escapism. Maybe they're into dabbling with addictions right now to try to soothe some sort of restlessness that they're having. And there's no creativity. And this is for underneath the Ten of Swords. So this is indicating to me that maybe this is the Knave of Wands. Maybe they came in the past, or maybe this was blocked in the past due to this Ten of Swords. There's something shifty in this energy between this Knave of Wands and the King of Coins. And I don't feel like they're necessarily with you at this point. They may have made contact, or they may be somebody that you know. But I feel like there's this impeding like anxiety about getting in your energy. There's this need to get close to you, to connect with you. Some form of sneaky attempt. What's the future of all this energy? Two of Swords. This is all about indecision. I feel like whoever this King of Coins is, they're at a standstill. They're very indecisive about moving forward because they're in denial about some sort of experiences happening for you. And maybe they did send in this person, but maybe it didn't go as planned. I need to know more about this Page of Wands. Clarify the Page of Wands, please. The Knave of Wands. Nine of Cups, okay. And the relationship with the King of Coins. Seven of Wands in the reverse. So this Page of Wands had some sort of achievement in the past, some sort of victory in regards to gaining access to you, some sort of agreement, some sort of physicality or victory, an advantage point. They experienced in excess. So this could have been a partner. This could have been somebody that you had some form of connection with in a romantic basis. The Two of Cups being something significant, like emphasizing on how there's some sort of connection, yada, yada, yada. Now the Seven of Wands in reverse is all about backing down. And this is in regards to the connection with the King of Coins. It's all about backing down, giving in, and like surrendering. Maybe they're overwhelmed. So this could be the Page of, I don't like the word Knave of Wands. The Page of Wands could be experiencing this Four of Swords in the reverse. And they're realizing the need to come forth as they're overwhelmed. Like they need to surrender whatever has occurred. And that's how this is feeling. So they were sent in. They did something conniving, something sneaky. Let's see, what did they do? What did they do? What did this Page of Wands do with the Nine of Cups energy towards our collective? Five of Wands in reverse. Okay. Five of Wands in reverse. So there's internal struggle here about moving forward, your movement forward. So you were going to move forward anyways. You had a new journey to start. Or they're about to come in and do this. Because you are implementing forward movement. Being with the Fool card and the Five of Wands in reverse. So the Five of Wands is irritability, avoiding conflict, giving in, giving up, recuperating, compromise. Maybe this person is now at a standstill in regards to their movement forward. Again, the pulling back of energy with the 1-2-1. And they have to come clean. So something happened they have to come clean about. So what happened? Oops. High Priestess, Lovers. Lovers again. They try to get in the way of your connection to somebody else, maybe? Your intuition as well, your ability to see things, know things. Maybe they wanted to know the level of which you understood things, High Priestess. You're coming up as a High Priestess. Some sort of exchange of money or ceremony. Could be some sort of fraudulent activity, I believe, with this card as well. Let me just check here. Two of Pentacles. Yeah, there could be some sort of fraudulent activity. This is like having fun, eating your cake and eating it too. This is in alignment with the Nine of Cups. So maybe some sort of written messages, some back and forth messages, some sort of obstacles or agitation created for you, and to create cause of worry or create some sort of activity that's going to be fraudulent towards you, or trying to frame you for such activity, perhaps. That's what this card is emphasizing. Let's see here. So leading into the Two of Swords, and that's indecision. So create some form of indecision for you. Some sort of denial of who you are. You're in the Lover's energy, so you have balanced out, and maybe they wanted you to be doubting it, is how that feels. What's the current of this energy? Eight of Swords to the Seven of Swords. Eight of Swords to the Seven of Swords. Let's see here. So this person may have just started to come out of the dark night of the soul. They've had to see some things, some of their behaviors. They've had to look it in, just like you, High Priestess, had to deal with the Ten of Swords that was given to you. So this person is coming out of perhaps a night of a dark night of the soul. With the Eight of Swords, it's like something happened that contradicted something, some form of actions that they were doing, and it kind of landed them smack in the face. Maybe that is the phone hitting me in the face part of the reading. Like something tangible, something that communicates, something that documents. Maybe they saw some truth. There was some, I think with the Page of Wands too, there's something about messages, written messages. And maybe they're in like a mental paralysis in ways. Maybe they can't move forward. Maybe their thoughts and their fears have changed. Maybe they are struggling with the perception of how they have lived. And whatever this is that they've done to you, this is some sort of, the Seven of Swords is something cunning. This required skill, this and determination, and it had to be used for the right purposes. And it sounds like they used it for all the wrong purposes. And this is like, moving forward, they have to utilize this understanding of this in the right way. In the past, they didn't use it in the right way, and moving forward, to escape from this imprisonment, it must be done in the right way. Anything that's like manipulative will backfire in this type of energy. It's sneaky. It's like watch your back energy. So maybe this person is feeling that way, or they're trying to still manipulate. Maybe they're in some sort of contractual agreement with said King of Coins. I'm not sure. I'm going to clarify the Seven of Swords. Seven of Wands. It's like causing a lot of controversy. And it's a force of persuasion. Yeah, they're going to come in and they're going to act like they've been through something. I don't know if they've necessarily gone through this dark night of the soul, but they're a very good actor. They're going to wooze their way, expressing that they've seen things differently. They're going to learn things differently. This is a tactic that they're going to use to come up against you. You're coming up as a Seven of Wands energy to this this person. Or they're trying to come at you with this type of energy. They feel like this is the best way to create some form of controversy, some sort of force of nature, like a force that's persuasive. Let's send this out. Let's persuade people to believe this story or this controversy about the collective. And this is taking risks and facing whatever the result of those risks will be. It doesn't matter. They're still moving forward, full force, full guns, ablazing, is how this feels. And what's in the environment here? Ace of Wands energy. Pardon me. Ace of Wands energy. So this is adding to the forceful energy here. So in the environment, there is this it's like a feast of energy. This energy is something that is making these people salivate. They require this energy. It's being released, and it's a very high and it's very extreme, and it's going to propel you forward in the direction that God wants for you. This is fated, this energy. This is in the environment, and this King of Coins and this Knave of Wands believe that they could intercept and gain this energy in some way, shape, or form, is how this is feeling. And they're going to do this with some sort of controversial act. They're creating some form of a message that's going to create people to question who you are as you move forward in this energy. What's the emotions? Nine of Cups in the reverse. So we have the Nine of Cups in reverse as the emotions. And this is disappointment. This is all about superficial understandings of what the energy is for whoever energy is for. Whatever, you guys know what you're doing with it. You guys know how you're moving forward with it, and this energy is solely being gifted to you as like a signature to add on to the energy that you already uniquely are. And it's fascinating to me that these people are trying to come up against you, because it's like they probably couldn't even encompass this energy, because it doesn't sound like your energies match. Anyways, the Nine of Cups is all about envy. It's about unfulfilled wishes. It's materialism. It's very self-indulgent energy. And that's where they're sitting. They're really wanting it. They're envious. They're pride. They can't take their eyes off of you. I have a Knight of Swords in the reverse, and I also have the Two of Wands that wanted to pop out with it. The Two of Wands is significant to codependency. And we have a Knight of Swords in the reverse. The Two of Wands is it's kind of an understanding that maybe somebody is bored in some sort of pursuit that they're in. They're getting restless at the current situation. Like, I feel like they are getting an understanding of that maybe they need to seek other greener pastures, perhaps. The Knight of Swords is somebody that's like a potent defender. So this is somebody who was relentless going up against you, perhaps, or at one point. But I feel like maybe something has changed. This is somebody. In the reverse, it's somebody that's acting recklessness. Like they don't think about their actions. They're very impulsive, and there's a lot of indiscretion involved with them. They're very prompt to action. But the Two of Swords is maybe something is evident. Something is coming up that's evident to them about looking elsewhere, is how that feels. Clarify the Two of Wands if that's accurate. One card, please, not two. Clarify this Two of Wands, Knight of Swords in the reverse. Okay, fine, two. So we got a Queen of Pentacles and we have a Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups is a union. Maybe they're saying that there's more of a solid foundation between a union that you may have. Maybe you're already in a union, and they're seeing that maybe what was said about you maybe is inaccurate. Maybe They were told that you were not in a union, that you were not in connection with wherever you're supposed to be, but maybe you actually are in this union. And the Queen of Pentacles came out sideways. So this could be matriarch, energetic, intrusion, or infiltrating. This dynamic. You have the King of Coins and the Queen of Pentacles. A pair. This could be a couple. A wealthy couple. Clarify the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. She came out in one of the other reads as well. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. It's like this repeated behavior with the Seven of Pentacles reversed. It's like maybe she's the one who doesn't want to stop. Something to do with this union, this connection that you're in. You're in a loving connection. And there's a lot of interference being thrown in. Maybe there was a perception, if I rewind back to this Knave of Wands, maybe there was a perception that, well, that's interesting because in the first read that I did today, the Queen of Wands in reverse was there as well. And there was a moment where I reflected the mirroring of a positioning of somebody. So as I said in this read, there may be a connection between the King of Coins and this Knave of Wands. But perhaps maybe this Page of Wands was somebody that you had a connection with, a soul connection with. And they remained, and maybe there's a painted picture that they were coming up against you, but maybe in the reality it's this Knight of Swords here in the reverse. Just to flip the script a little bit. This could go a few ways. That's the fascinating thing, right, about tarot. I have Death at the bottom of the deck. The Seven of Pentacles coming out in the reverse is they're giving up too soon. And it's ignoring this feedback, or maybe there's some impatience involving the movement forward in regards to obtaining whatever your momentum is moving forward. And this is to do with creative energy. This is to do with bountiful energy. And this Queen of Pentacles could be a mother. It could be a friend. It could be somebody you don't even know. It's a woman. That stands for matriarch energy. Feminine, maybe a feminist. I don't know. Something to do with that aspect. It's either somebody in your lineage that's a female. It's a friend that's a female. Or it's somebody who fights for women's rights or something. And they do not like this Two of Cups union. But they're ignoring all the signs saying to leave you alone. We have Death at the bottom of the deck. Some sort of sneaky tactic. Two men intertwining into some sort of union here, trying to get in the way and intercept this Ace of Wands and your movement forward. You could be a Queen of Cups energy, bottom of the deck. Somebody sweet, loving, and caring, intuitive. Could be a mother. It just feels very messy and unaligned, like nothing is making sense. It's like when I look at it from one spectrum, it's like, why? And then this other spectrum, it's like, okay, but again, why? Like it doesn't even match. Like it's so all over the place. There's some sort of disconnect in here. There's some form of disconnect in here. This happened in the last 2 readings as well, and it was frustrating for me as I'm sitting here and I'm contemplating. It's like we have a Queen of Pentacles, we have the King of Coins, we have a Knight of Swords in reverse, we have a Knave of Wands. We have the Two of Cups out here twice. This is to do with a union. Let's talk about this union. Let's talk about this union. Let me go into this a little deeper here. There's just something more to this union. There's something. There's something with this union. Okay. I'm going to switch cards. Okay. Let's see here. Let's talk about this Two of Cups union that's come up very strongly in all of the readings today. About this, my collective's energy. There's a union, partnership, some sort of momentum to do with a union. 10 of Pentacles, that's the union, okay? So lots of money on the house here. Five of Swords, Fool, the Moon. So I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to stop this video and I'm going to start a new video on the Two of Cups union as a sequel to the first. So if you want to join me to hear the rest of the story, please come on over to my next video, which I will be posting shortly after this one. And it'll be labeled part 2. If you like this, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for sharing space with me. I do appreciate it. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. Until next time, take care.